longevity lifestyle designer. This is Govern Your Secrets of Longevity.com. So you might be waking up one day this holiday season, maybe even closer to New Year's, and feel like you just need something to get you going, to give you a bit of a boost, and help you recover from the previous nice events. So we're going to make a juice today that's going to help with that. And we're going to start with a pomegranate. We're going to juice the pomegranate. I once made the mistake of just chopping a pomegranate up and putting it through a juicer, and it tasted disgusting. That's because the white pulpy stuff is extremely bitter. So the best thing to do is actually remove all the individual seeds, which I was trying to avoid by juicing it, and then put the seeds alone without the white pulp through. The quickest way I've found is to put it under water and break it open and break all the seeds apart, and the white stuff separates. The Raw Bros did a video recently where they had something where they were tapping it. I tried it the other day and it just didn't work for me, so maybe that works. I'm not going to try and describe it. The seeds just wouldn't come out. I ended up spending more time fiddling with it than I wanted to. So to start, you cut the pomegranate in half, kind of around the circumference, kind of like the equator of the pomegranate. Look at that color. It's absolutely gorgeous. So first things first, we're going to take our 1 quart measuring cup and fill it with water. Hot water there. Only need about 2/3 of it full of water. We're going to take our pomegranate and stick it under the water. You'll lose a tiny little bit of juice that you had from the cut, obviously, but then you just basically run your hand over the seeds. It can be a little bit rough. Break it open more. You just want to get all those out. It doesn't matter if you end up getting some of the white stuff in with it, because when you do it by hand and try and break all the seeds off into a bowl, you have to do it really slowly because they get attached to that white stuff. But when it's in the water, you can be rougher and less careful, and it's way quicker, and then the white stuff floats to the top and you just scoop that off or pour it off. Then you're left with the seeds. So we'll be back once I've finished both halves. And also make sure, most often, at least where I live, there's sometimes a lot of rotten seeds in pomegranates. You gotta make sure to pick those out. So that literally took me just about 10 minutes to also pick out all the white stuff that was floating on top, and then we just simply pour out the water and you see more little bits coming out with it. You obviously want to stop the seeds from going down the drain. After you do that, you can usually find a few more things that you want to pick out, whether they're rotten seeds or, I guess in Canada it takes so long to ship pomegranates up here that some of them aren't that great once they become ripe. Some rough patches. And all that white pulp is out, and the majority of the seeds are looking good, very ripe. Let's try a few. Tastes amazing. Well, come to think of it, I don't actually have another bowl that's clean to put this into, so I'm going to put it through the juicer anyways, first. So I've got the pomegranate seeds, got our juicer, Green Star, hopefully you can see it. And I need a cup for the stuff that's going to come out of here. And here we go. You simply just mash it through. Tons of juice comes through right away. Not a whole lot of juice in one pomegranate, but there's enough that it's going to give it that wonderful, rich, antioxidant, delicious, sweet flavor to the rest of the things we're going to add, which are vegetables, which don't have much of a juicy, wonderful flavor, obviously like a fruit does. Gave us about a 1/4 cup of juice, which is half decent. So here we've got 1 celery heart, which is probably all we're going to use, about 5-6 ribs of celery. Kind of cut short for some reason. I'm just going to send them through. We're actually going to alternate it with a cucumber as well. I like to send stuff through alternating items because some stuff pushes the pulp of the other thing through the juicer better than other stuff goes through. So cucumber, because it's a fruit, does have a tendency to not go through as well when it's on the highest setting. But the celery works great, so I like to switch between them as I'm juicing it. So along with that, we're also going to add some organic baby spinach, which is all fresh and stuff. So we've got the cucumber, we've got the spinach, this is all the green. This is going to be the best for helping us after the party / fun we had the night before. Smash it all in there, push it through. Spinach is actually a wonderful androgen. So is celery, and actually so is cucumber. And pomegranates are great for the prostate, as well as having a rich amount of antioxidants good for the heart. So overall, this is a great recipe for male sexual health as well. You've got the androsterone from the celery, which helps with the production of certain androgens. I forget the name of the compound that's in celery, but there's one in celery that's good for it. In spinach, there's a precursor to testosterone, and that's why a lot of people think Popeye had that thing with spinach and his muscles bulged from it, because it had this sort of hormonal component to it. I'm going to send this through. Oops. Send another piece of celery through. So chlorophyll is going to feel great, oxygenating, tons of magnesium, a good amount of iron from the spinach, I guess. Lots of hydration, which of course is important post-fun on a holiday thing. Then we add more spinach. I'm not going to add any more than this because I want to save some of this for another recipe. Put that there, shut it down. Do a little bit more cucumber. We're at the 2-cup point almost, so we can have a nice full juice on our hands. Put the cucumber through the last quarter. And I think finally we'll just stick this whole thing in here. Send it right on through. And now we'll push the rest of it out. Still nothing's come out, but whatever. There it goes. Wow, it just suddenly comes out all at once, like a constipated man that is taking... I guess it's not dripping anymore, so as much as has come out as it possibly can. The rest will just get washed down and drained. It's all good. And there we have it. Take a jar. And you can see here on the bottom that there's some nice red coloring from the pomegranate. That's going to look pretty cool once you pour it in, I think. Oh, it just totally mixes in. So we don't have that red coloring strewn through it. It just turned to like a muddier green. But we know there's red in there. So as we drink it, we know we're getting that Christmas holiday spirit from the pomegranates combined with the greens. That's really good. Wow. So, as you're drinking this next day, you might have a lot to do. You might just suddenly find that something magical happens. Things just start to fall into place. You get mental clarity. You're alive, awake, oxygenated, feeling good, vibrant. You can get stuff done. So I haven't made a green juice in quite a while, but I'm really enjoying its energizing properties. That bit of pomegranate gives it a nice bit of sweetness. I've always been a fan of really bitter green juice, but it's nice to get back into it by using something a little bit sweet. And spinach and cucumber and celery is not that bitter to begin with. I'm going to start juicing a little more often. I don't know if it's going to be daily or not, but the Green Star is a great juicer. This is a pretty simple recipe. I'm definitely not a fan of juicing a lot of high sugar foods. I've done some juicing videos in the past way back. I've talked about it lots, but yeah, I'll probably be incorporating a little more. So let me know what you thought about this recipe. Be safe this winter solstice / holiday season. I wish you the best, and I'm not going to be making a video for a couple days. We're going to be celebrating Christmas with my family, but I'll be uploading a video before the new year, and I'll update you guys on a few things at that point. So share and rate this video if you feel so inclined, and with that, take care and embrace life without limits.